here to tell you her inspiring story. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Dianne Wang.
Dear APEC legal colleagues, dear friends, it's great honor for me today to introduce the importance of e-commerce to the growth and development of SME and entrepreneurs. I understand that there are a lot of young and aspiring entrepreneurs in the audience today. I have myself been entrepreneur for the past 12 years. I began my first startup company at the end of 1999. It is one of the earliest e-commerce company in China. Joyo was acquired by Amazon in 2004. And after that, in 2004, I founded my second startup called DHgate. DHgate is also a first mover in the B2B e-commerce side. So very passionate to help SME to access the global market, to do a cross-border trade in e-commerce. Today, DHgate is also become the leader in this market. My two startup companies share one thing in common, both in e-commerce. Today, I would like to share my thoughts about the type of opportunity e-commerce can give us. No matter you are SME, want to grow your business, or your entrepreneurs want to start a new one. So altogether, I would like to cover the following 3 points. The first topic provides a real-life case example from one of our customers who have managed to use e-commerce to build a very successful business. In the second topic, I would like to show how e-commerce can enable SMEs to access the global market. In the third topic, I would like to share with APEC audience an update on a Pathfinder project. This is a project that is a new initiative, seeks to make e-commerce become accessible and productivity for all SMEs in APEC region. So let's start by looking at a real-life case example. This is a buyer whose name is Robert. He's in his mid-20s and he's from UK. I felt that Robert would make a really good example because he seemed to be a very typical and a normal individual for his age. He doesn't have any special background, no different from many of the young people sitting in the audience today. But Robert was able to accomplish something very special, and he using e-commerce to establish his own successful online business. And he was able to do this with very minimum upfront investment and resources. So let's see exactly how he did it. Firstly, Robert decided to get involved in e-commerce in a quite early age. In fact, he made his online purchase from China when he was 18. Robert was probably just a very typical student at that time. He didn't have a lot of money, and he didn't have a lot of experience in running a business. His first purchase was quite small. He only spent $150 US. With this modest amount, he bought some cell phone cases, and then he resold the cell phone cases to his friend and to his family. This was very simple and a small first step. It is something that anyone with a bit of initiative could do. Let's now see where he has been able to take the business from this first step. In just 5 years, Robert's business has grown into a full online retail operation, carrying over 800 products. Right now, he's still both sourcing and purchasing, reselling his products entirely online. He expanded his product range from cell phone cases to accessories, audio-visual cables, and golf equipment right now. Robert now has over 300 sales a day and over 100 employees. His business has grown to size where he's now managing his inventory from more than 5,000 square foot warehouse. Robert has a quote for us. So here's what Robert has to say about his e-commerce experience. To think I started selling cases to friends and family now to selling on the global basis is massive. I'm now 23, and life has never been so good. Since starting my business, I have never looked back, and it has been a fantastic experience. Isn't that amazing? But what's even more amazing is, this is just a typical example. We help people like Robert starting new business through e-commerce all the time, all over the world. The individuals here are just a few of people we've helped to make economic success stories. A major reason why these people have been able to start their own meaningful e-commerce business is because e-commerce is truly global platform. No matter where people are in the world, they can simply and efficiently source and purchase products online. All they need is an internet connection and a bit of entrepreneurial spirit. How global is e-commerce? On our own platform today, we have helped people place orders from virtually every part of the world. We have seen transactions from 227 countries, nearly 30,000 cities. E-commerce is truly global, and opportunities it can provide SME and new entrepreneurs is also global. So we believe e-commerce allows you to operate as global corporate. And we always say that e-commerce provides SMEs an opportunity to compete with big box. So how is it possible for so many regular everyday people like Robert to start and build their business using e-commerce? Is what they are doing also something that we can do today? The fact is, e-commerce has changed and evolved quite a lot over the past 10 years. It has actually gotten a lot of simpler and easier than before. To understand this, let's first look at how people use e-commerce in the past. Before, the first generation of e-commerce can only help people to do the online searching. We call the first generation of B2B. For the remaining steps, that's still the same with the traditional way. So they would go first online to find factory contacts. And secondly, they get inquiries and narrow down the factories they want. Then the buyers would visit the factories, do the on-site verification. And then, traditional way, After they narrow down the factories, they will negotiate and place order. After that, the factories would produce the buyer products and ship them to the buyer. So in the first generation, e-commerce can only help the buyers to search information online. Today, there is a second generation of B2B e-commerce marketplace that allow the buyer to search the products, talk to the sellers, and verify the suppliers, place order, and complete all the transactions, all entirely online. You can even do it, all the session, just click mouse. So today, e-commerce that can make it easier purchasing and selling good, just as easy as buying book from Amazon. The technology is available, the platform exists. All that require is people who are interested in sourcing products that can try to look at it. So today, we think that SMEs and those entrepreneurs wanted to access global market, they can simply try some of these kind of e-marketplace. I'd like to spend a few minutes to talk about currently we're designing a Pathfinder project. One of the key objectives of this project is to demonstrate how e-commerce can help SMEs in APEC region to access to global market to conduct the cross-border trade. We wanted to open e-commerce platform for all international suppliers. So in the future, we can see SMEs in the Philippines will be able to both spell and sell the global market through the same platform. There are four, actually, overall objectives for this Project Finder project. The first objective is to establish an operation framework that will open an existing e-commerce platform for APEC SMEs. This operational framework includes providing extensive SME support, for example, the training. Our second objective is to create a demonstration project for APEC. We are aware that different APEC economies today at a very different stage in the e-commerce development. So it is our goal to work together with APEC to bring industry best practice and solutions to the rest of the APEC economies. A third objective is to demonstrate the potential of e-commerce to SMEs, to encourage APEC actively involve and create initiatives such as the regional SME portal. And our fourth objective is policy making.